example in the book. Would somebody, let me erase part of the board. Would you give me example D on page 408?
Oh, wait, wouldn't that just cancel itself out?
We'll see. We'll see. Somebody read off, and actually, let's not do D first because it's a little tricky. Let's just start with B. Let's go B, C, and D. We did one similar to B already, but let's do B, then C, then D. Would someone read B to me, please?
Sine inverse.
Cosine of pi over 2.
Okay, the easiest way to do this kind of problem is just a step at a time. What is cosine of pi over 2?
Pi over 2, 0.
Yeah, if you look at your unit circle, and I'm going to redraw that now too because this guy's getting just a little messy now. If you look at your unit circle, 0, 1. That's at 90 degrees or pi over 2 radians. So cosine of pi over 2, my x value at 90 degrees is 0. So what we're asking is, what is sine inverse of 0? So now we're asking, where on the unit circle is my y value equal to 0?
0.
Yeah, my y values are 0 here and here, but which is the correct answer? Yeah, it's got to be this one because sine inverse is limited to first and fourth quadrant. So the answer to this is 0. Not so bad. Doable, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next problem. Would someone read off C, please?
Tan inverse of 1 minus sine inverse 1.
I think there's a sign on the outside of that.
Tan inverse of...
Sine of tan inverse 1 minus sine inverse 1.
Hold on a sec. Let me see. It is, oh, sine of tan. Thank you. There's a sign. You said there's a sign on the outside of this. Got it. So it's sine of tan inverse of
1 minus sine inverse 1.
Good problem. So we're going to use our unit circle. We'll start with sine inverse of 1. Sine inverse has its values in which quadrants on the unit circle? That was a hint. It was
One.
Nervous Tim. I actually gave away the answer when I did that. Yeah, 1 and 4, right? So on this part of the unit circle, when does sine actually equal the value 1?
Top and bottom.
Yeah. It equals 1 up here, it equals minus 1 down here, so we'll go at the top.
Well,
So, and we'll do this one, let's do this one in radians, just for fun, shall we, for practice, right? So instead of, we could put 90 degrees, instead of 90 degrees, let's put pi over 2 radians. Tangent inverse of 1. Tangent inverse takes its value where on the unit circle? From which quadrants? It's just like sine. It's 1 and 4. So all my tangent values, tangent inverse values will be here also. So where on either quadrant 1 or 4 does the tangent value equal 1?
oh, sorry.
First quadrant. Where in your first quadrant?
Top. 45 degrees.
Oh, 45 degrees. That's right, because the definition of tangent is sine divided by cosine. So this is square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. The value is the same. So it's a 45 degree angle.
X line.
What's that?
It makes like y equals X line.
That is exactly the y equals x line, yes. Good catch. So this is going to be pi over 4. So now we can simplify. We're looking at what is sine of pi over 4 minus pi over 2. Well, what we'll simplify this to sine of
Pi over.
negative pi over 4. Can you all see, or is this stuff getting in the
How
way?
did you get pi over 4?
Because pi over 4 is 45
Oh.
degrees.
Oh,
Check. Look at the unit circle, man.
yeah.
Yeah, take a look at the unit circle.
It's the
Oh,
radian
yeah,
method.
okay, I see.
Are we all together on this?
Yeah.
We good?
So,
You think so?
Oh,
We still have some glazed looks. All right, we've got time. We'll go slow. We'll do some more problems. Do you?
Sorry.
let me tell you this way. Look at this value through here for a second. Let's say you're struggling with this and you say, I really don't like this inverse notation. This inverse notation really bothers me.
Right.
Okay, let's just say that that's the case. Just do this. Write out tangent inverse of 1 equals theta. I always set it equal to theta because tangent inverse is always going to give us an angle, right? Then say, all right, I'll apply the tangent function to both sides. So I have tan of tan inverse of 1 equals tan theta. These two cancel out. Tangent of theta equals 1. So I am asking, where on the unit circle, for what angle, do I get the value 1 for tangent? You can think of it in reverse. Now, I've been saying for weeks the unit circle is your friend. Do you see why? If you have the value of the unit circle memorized, or you have the diagram of the unit circle in your head so you can traverse it, it makes it a lot easier to do this stuff. So, do you understand how we got sine inverse of 1 is pi over 2?
Yes.
Do you understand how we got tangent inverse of 1 is pi over 4?
Yes.
Okay, so this is just simple arithmetic now. We get sine of negative pi over 4. Where is sine of negative pi over 4? What quadrant?
Fourth.
It's fourth quadrant. What's the value? It's negative root 2 over 2. We're down here. This is negative pi over 4. It's a 45-degree angle. The values of that point, the x value is still positive. It's the square root of 2 over 2. But now the y value is negative. It's negative root 2 over 2. And on a unit circle, the y values are our sine values. So the answer is negative square root of 2 over 2. Good? Okay. And we got one more that's just a tad harder.